Hello students, we are solving the IB Math EHL past papers and currently we are solving the IB Math EHL May 2021 paper 2 time zone 2 past paper. And today we will be solving the question number 3 of this paper. You will be getting the links to all the previously solved questions of this paper and of the other papers in form of playlist in the description area. Okay. So without any further delay, let us start with the answering of question number 3. The maximum mark is 8 and it says at a school 70% of the students play a sport and 20% of the students are involved in a theater. 18% of the students do neither activity. So for this type of questions, we start our answer by drawing a Venn diagram. It makes the situation easy. It gives us a visual representation of the situation, so it makes the answering part easier. So we start with drawing of the Venn diagram. And in this case, if we draw the Venn diagram, we know that we will be having two sets. One will be the sports set and another will be the theater set. But will there be overlapping sets? Will there be an intersecting portion, the common region between the two sets? You have to understand that. Not every time will you be having intersecting sets. So you have to first of all see will they intersect or not. Okay. So over here, since the percentages are given, the sum total, the total percentage is obviously 100%. So 70% of the students play a sport and 20% of the students involved in a theater. So total is 90%. And 18% of the students do neither activity. It is becoming 108%, which is not possible. That means there are students who are engaged in both the activities. They play a sport and they are also involved in a theater. Okay. So now that we know how to draw the Venn diagram, we can draw the Venn diagram. It can be of this type. This is S, sports. This is T. And this is the overlapping region. We do not know what is the percentage of students who are participating in both the activities. So I am taking this part as X. And I am, instead of taking the percentages, I am converting them to probabilities. So the probability of selecting a student from this part, which is only sport, not involving the theater, will be 0.7 minus X. I'm writing this way, 0.7 minus X. And similarly, only theater part will be 0.2 minus X. And the outside region will be 0.18. Okay. And since now we are taking the probabilities, the sum total of all the probabilities should be equal to 1. So we can form an equation and get the X value. That is the first thing that we have to do. Okay. So it is 0.7 minus X plus X plus 0.2 minus X plus 0.18. This should be equal to 1. Okay. And this minus x and this plus x, they will be cancelling. So we will be having minus x if we take this minus x to the right side, or else we can say that if we add plus x to both the sides and we add negative 1 to both the sides, we will be getting the value of x. Let us get the value of x. The 0.7 is getting hidden by the calculator, but it is there. So it will be 0.7 plus 0.2 plus 0.18, and then there will be the minus 1, enter. It is 0.08. So x equal to 0.08. X is equal to 0.08. Okay. So far we have, just by reading this, there are two sentences over here. We have come to this, we could draw the Venn diagram and we could find the value of x. Now we come to the next part. A student is selected at random and subpart A says, find the probability that the student plays a sport and is involved in theater. That is this common region. So we have unknowingly, we have solved subpart A. Okay. So this will be the answer for the subpart A. This will be the working of the subpart A. So we are in a position to give the answer. Since it is the probability, it is not the percentage, we will be giving the answer as 0.08. Okay. Now, subpart B, find the probability that the student is involved in theater but does not play a sport. The student is involved in a theater, so we will be taking this part, but does not play a sport. So it will be only this portion, only this portion, because this is the portion which is containing students who take part in the theater, but they do not play any sport. Okay. So what is the value for that? It is 0.2 minus x, and now that we know the value of x, we can get the value of that portion, the probability of that portion. It will be 0.2 minus 0.08, which is equal to 0.2 minus 0.08 equal to 0.12. Okay. So the answer for this part is 0.12. Now, at the school, 48% of the students are girls, 25% of the students are involved in theater. 48% of the students are girls and 25% of the girls are involved in theater. Okay. And a student is selected at random. Let G be the event, the student is a girl, and let T be the event, the student is involved in a theater, and we are having two more subparts. But first of all, let us try to understand what does this part mean. At the school, 48% of the students are girls and 25% of the students of the girls are involved in theater. Now, I have seen many students getting confused in this part because the first part is easy. You draw the Venn diagram, that part they do. But when they come to this part, that suddenly 48% of the students are girls, and that is not connected to the previous Venn diagram. We have to connect this to the previous Venn diagram. Where lies the difficulty? This is where the difficulty lies. You have to connect these two because over here, 48% of the students are girls, and 25% of those girls are involved in theatre. So, I will, of course, this is a question for the IB Math HL students, but I will be solving this in a very basic way so that even if you are an IGCSE level student, you will be able to understand. An IGCSE level student will not be knowing complicated formulas, but an IGCSE level student knows how to get the probability. It is the number of favorable outcomes over the number of total outcomes. That is the probability. Okay, so let us try to understand this thing. And whenever it is 48% of the students, you can take the total number of students present in the school is 100. 100 is too small an amount for the number of students. I am taking 1,000. Okay, because if you take 100, no problem, but sometimes you may get a decimal number. So better to take 1,000. So this is, I'm not writing subpart C because this is not subpart C. This is the meaning of that sentence. So let number of or total number of students of students in the school equal to 1,000. Okay, then therefore number of girls will be 480 because 48% are girls. Number of girls is 480. Number of boys is 520. If I need it, I'll be writing it later on. And 25% of the girls are involved in theatre. Therefore, number of girls involved in theatre is equal to 25% is 1 over 4. 25% of 480. So 1 over 4 times 480, which is equal to 120. Therefore, 120 girls are involved in theatre. Okay. Now, a student is selected at random. Let G be the event that the student is a girl. So, what is the probability E of G? Student is a girl. It can be a girl student, it can be a boy student. So, number of girls we have seen that to be equal to 480. That is the favorable outcomes. And what is the total number of outcomes? It is 1,000. 480 over 1000 or 48 over 100, that is how we are coming to 48%. So that is what is given, 48%. So I have taken this just to come to this 120. E of G can be got from this very 48%. You can come to 120 by without taking this number of students to be 100,000 and up. But I have seen many students, they just go for applying the formulas and they come up with some strange answers. So you just do it is in a very basic way. The fundamental thing is you have to give the correct answer. You have to understand what has been given. You have to understand what has been asked for, and you have to apply the correct method, your correct logic, come to the correct answer. Okay, that is what is needed. So hardly ever will you be seeing that you have to use this method, or you cannot, you will never be seeing, I haven't seen in any question it is mentioned that you cannot use this method. Okay, so whatever method suits you, you apply that method, but that method has to be correct, that should be logical, and you have to give the correct answer. Okay, so P of G is equal to 0.48 and P be the event that the student is involved in theater. Okay. So student is involved in theater is 0.2. So they are saying subpart C is find P of G intersection T. G intersection T. What does this mean? This means that the student is a girl and the student is involved in theater. That means it is a girl student who is involved in theater. Plain and simple. Student is a girl and the student is involved in theater combined together has only one meaning, that is, it is a girl student who is involved in theater. So, what is the number of girl students who are involved in theater? 120. What is the total number of students in the school? Is 1000. So, what will be P of G intersection T? C, I am writing C. P of G intersection T should be equal to 120 over 1000, which is equal to 0.12. So this is 0.12. Okay. Subpart D. Determine the events G and T. If the events G and T are independent, justify your answer. Okay. I hope you are being able to see. Let me just scroll up a bit. Okay, I don't think I'll be able to scroll up or down. I'm not being able to scroll actually. So let us continue over here. So E and T are independent. For this, I have to use the formula, which an IGCSE student doesn't know, of course. I have just taken this part because I have seen many students who just try to apply whichever formula they think to be relevant, and they come up with some strange answers. So that is why I have taken let the total number of students in the school be 1000, and then I have just deduced how many girls will be involved in theater, so that I can answer the subpart C correctly. Okay? And for testing whether these two events are independent or not, I have to check what is P of G times P of T. It is 0.48 times 0.2, which should be obviously equal to 0.096, which is not equal to P of G intersection T because it is 0.12. Therefore, the events are not independent. Okay. So we have completed answering the question number 3. And thank you for staying with me till the end. And I'm Nilanjana Sanyal. I tutor IB Math E, SL and HL level students from within India and outside India. And I'll be starting with a new batch of or batches of group online math tutoring sessions for IB Math E, SL and HL students from this July. And if you are interested in joining my classes, you may contact me, you may mail me, you may text me, you may call me for more details. You are seeing my email ID, you are seeing my WhatsApp numbers getting displayed. So we meet again in our next session where we will be solving question number 4 of this paper. Till then, bye.